Hello, everyone. Welcome to World of EdTech Wednesday. Today's session is Interactive Start Prep, Design, Share, and Play. My name is Maribel Martinez, along Mr. Memo Cienfuegos, and we are your secondary integration technology specialists. Today's objectives, participants will design an interactive STAAR-aligned review game or games, and you will publish and share your game on a Google site to promote collaboration and engagement with your students. In this session, you'll learn how to use Gemini and Canvas to quickly design engaging review games aligned to your standards, and then publish them on the Google site so they're easy for your students to access anytime. So this isn't about adding more to your plate. It's more like working smarter, using AI to generate question banks and game ideas in minutes, turning those ideas into interactive, student-friendly games. Once you publish it and share it with them, you're able to do that right away. Ways that you can use this concept in your classroom is you can use what you already have, like your entry tickets and your exit tickets, but gamify them with Gemini. Use it as an assessment at the end of station rotations. You can even integrate them into escape rooms, use them with your tutoring groups, even small group instruction. So let's go to Gemini. Let me show you real quick before I show you the steps, and we do have the link for you where you can access the steps in case you forget how to create these games. But let me show you how to get there first before I go live. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you have your teaks, and you can get those from Wayground. So on Wayground, you can always access your teaks. If you're not familiar with TCMPC or you don't have access to it, you can always go to Home, Create, Assessment. Right here in the middle, the box right here in the middle that has the Texas logo, you're going to click on Create Standards. And then here, mine is already set. You would drop down and look for the teaks. Mine is already set for English Language Arts, 9 through 12. And then that's all I have to do. And then I go and choose whatever standard that I'm working with that I want to create a game for. You would just copy and paste. Now with TCMPC, you can go to My Apps. You have it right here. The logo looks like this, TCMPC. It's over here on the right-hand side. Click on it, and then it'll take you. You would have to use your credentials to log in. Okay, since I'm already there, I'm in the English dashboard, vertical alignment, and this is where I would get my teaks. Okay, so once you have either one of those to have access to your teaks, you can go to Gemini. You can access Gemini through your Google, the waffle that has all your Google tools, and it's right here. This is the icon for it. Or you can access it through Google Classroom. Over on the left-hand side, we have Gemini. You have all the tools that are there available for teachers, free of charge. You don't pay for these. And then you have these three buckets right here. You can click either, I will click on the first one. You can do it from here if you'd like. We're not creating images, but if you click on the pencil to start a new chat, it takes you straight to Gemini, okay? For today's training, I just wanted to let you know the many ways you can log in, right? But I am going to use the icon straight from the waffle. Okay, so the first step in creating those games, let me go back to my presentation here. The steps are the one that we already went through. Go to TCMPC or Wayground, grab your teaks standard, copy and paste to Gemini. Once you're in Gemini, you're going to type it in and ask it to create a game. Make sure you are on pro mode and wait till Canvas is complete. Once that Canvas is complete, you will copy that code, the embedded code, onto a Google site. This is where you're going to actually see the game and the students can play it from the Google site, okay? You publish your website, share with your students through Google Classroom, or just give them the link and they'll be able to play that game, okay? So let me get to Gemini again. I'm going to go to TCMPC. That's where I like to use the standards from there. And I'm going to go ahead and select English Language Arts. Okay, I have a few ticks here. I'm going to choose a readiness standard. This English 2.2b is analyze context and distinguish denotation and connotation. I'm going to copy and paste. Copy. I'm going to go back to Gemini. I'm going to say create a game for, I don't need the R because the R stands for readiness standard. I don't need that. I'm going to go ahead and delete it. I want to target the specificity of the tics. I want my students to do that when they're playing the game. So I'm going to go back right here and click on the tics. And I only want this part right here. Whatever your content is and you're familiar with your tics, you should be able to distinguish what it is you need from that standard to be able to have your student to really give a good prompt and have your students go through that game so that they can gain that skill, right? So I'm going to go back to Gemini. I'm going to finish pasting the rest of the tics. Here, there's a plus sign, and here's this tools bar right here. Under tools, I'm going to click on Canvas, and I want to be on pro mode. So I'm going to change it from fast to pro. This is a heavy task for the AI system, so you want to make sure that you are on pro mode. And then click go. The screen is going to divide into two formats. You'll have your chat on the left and then the actual coding on the right. And you'll be able to see that right now. Okay, as you can see, the thinking that the AI is doing, it already gave my game a name. It's called the context detective. I can already tell it's aligned to the tics that I want. And you see up here at the where you see the coding side, it's still going. You have to let it finish working, embedding, not embedding the code, but like working on the code itself. So it's giving me, I can see the work that it's doing. So hopefully this one is able to be embedded. So once this little circle stops spinning, you can go ahead and go back to the chat and say, give me code to embed. Okay, that's what it looks like. We worked on it all day, right, Memo?
Yes, we have.
We broke it.
No.
Okay, so I already said give me code to embed or no? No, right? Give me code. It does say embedded instructions, but
Yeah, no. Do they give me code to embed? I should give you the game back. I'll give you the code. Now you're gonna share once it's done. It wasn't taking this long. Yeah, there you go.
It's taking longer than usual.
So
It
go ahead and
doesn't
put share, copy
copy element.
contents.
Now I'm going to open a Google site right here from your Google tools on the waffle. I'm going to click Google Sites. It's this little blue icon. And I'm going to start a new site. On the right-hand side, you have Insert, Pages, and Themes. This yellow little icon here that says Embed, I'm going to click on Embed. Then click on Embed Code again. Copy and paste. Next. And I can see that it's there. I'm going to insert, and there it is.
Make sure you modify the page. That way
Okay,
it can...
yes. I'm going to go ahead and modify it, like extend it so that that way when I publish it, I know that my students are going to see the entire thing. So then now I'm ready to publish. I'm going to call this site STAAR Prep Games. Publish. Now you get the link to share with your students. You can share it through Google Classroom or just give them the link.
The link would be on the fourth icon, right there. This the
mode to go ahead and play the game. So then this one is called Context Quest. Analyze the context to determine if highlighted word is used in a denotative, connotative, and figurative sense. If you're an English teacher, these are the three parts of that specific TEKS. Start adventure, and then it's going to guide them through 15 of these questions and give them a score. So for example, the water in the mountain stream is perfectly clear. I want to say that is denotative. It's okay if I get it wrong. Oh, but I got it right. Okay. Going on to the next question. My backpack weighs a ton with all these textbooks. That's figurative. Next question. I'm going to get some incorrect just so that I can show you what that looks like. I'm going to say connotative. Oh, okay. Denotative, not quite. Okay, so I had chosen denotative. Denotative means that it's the definition straight from the dictionary, but more figurative. So it's telling me that it was a simile using as to compare a simile to the sun to emphasize its warmth. So it's going to tell your student why they got it wrong, and it's going to guide them in the right direction. So I continue. It's a total of 15 questions. I'm just going to click so I can get through those points, those questions. The only way that you can have the student score and know that they completed it is probably through a screenshot. Okay, so the student got, if you like, maybe you can set some type of checkpoint for your students, like say, hey, if you get 10 out of 15 questions correct, you give them a score, or have a reflective question at the end so that you are sure that they completed this game on the Google site. There's no other way of getting their actual score. So I would just take a screenshot, and maybe the student can paste this on their Google Classroom or upload it, and that's the way the student could provide the grade to you. So that is how you create games with the coding and publish them to a Google site. Mr. Memo is going to show you an example of how you can get more creative and maybe even create an escape room. We're not creating an escape room, but we're going to show you what that looks like, okay? So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. All right, Mr. Cienfuegos.
I think you need to give me rights to share.
Oh, okay, okay.
So, like Maribel was saying, you can get as creative as creating a hangman game. You can let the chat box know what type of game you want. If you want to make it flashcards, like I mean, you can get as creative with Gemini as you want, but we're just showing you how to get the final product, right? So let me share this. I'm gonna show you one. Oh, share. All right, so right here, I'm showing you one that was created by one of the teachers at North. She created the zombie escape of the undead, right? So she went up and to Google Sites. This was all her creativity, but she used Gemini or Canvas to create this escape room. Now, if we go through it real quick, because I have all the answer sheets, you're gonna see the zombie apocalypse challenge, right? The school is overrun, the undead. So you make it fun for your students. I know she had them walk around, find the clues around her classroom, but she did have them read the text on the display. So again, I'm cozy in pink, where comfort is. So the student would read that poem, and then once they would find the folder, they have to answer the questions. If they get it correct, this one on the first one was cause and effect. Once they found out what the code is, then they would enter it and go to the next passage. So this one was A.
So they were working around the classroom, like tangibly, like they had tangible items around the classroom, getting the clues, going back to their Google site to break the codes or to unlock the codes, correct?
That is correct. So again, you can make it as fun as you want, but we wanted to show you how easy it was to copy from the teats, how we can just highlight. I know she showed you TCMP, but we also have it on Wayground. On Wayground is as easy as just copying from, just copy and then go into Gemini and paste and go from there.
Yeah. So that is how you create the games. That is how you publish them to Google site. That concludes our training on STAAR Prep using games to gamify the lessons that you already have.
And you can use them for ELA, for US history, you name it. All the teaks that are available, it will make a game for every teak. We're just showing you how to make them gamified for your students.
If you have any questions on how to create or how to access any of the things that we talked about today, let us know. We'll gladly help you out. Thank you so much for joining us.